Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to Ethereum update today. So Ethereum is sideways, and I think Ethereum is just on a very beautiful resistance right now. I'm trying to take advantage of this resistance as well. The thing is that Ethereum really has a lot of things going on in here. There are two possible scenarios. I want to actually start fresh one more time so that you can follow along. So back in May, there has been a 6 weeks consolidation, and I mean 6 weeks that this consolidation took 6 different weeks. Basically, the consolidation happened for almost 42 days. Yeah, this consolidation was 42 days, which is crazy. And then eventually what you did is you finally dropped to the downside, and we talked about it because when you dropped here, there was a huge bearish divergence. As you can see that this was a move to the upside, and then this was a move to the downside with bearish divergence. So I knew this was going to happen, and I traded this Ethereum back during that time, and I did have an amazing profit out of it. And then you broke out of this whole pattern. If you take the top to the bottom, you continued to go even lower to a technical target. Now from here, you found this support right over here, and you bounced off, you went up, and then we talked about it. I talked about this technical target, and then we traded that technical target. So it was really fun. But then now, when you pumped up, and this current situation where you came at, you came to that resistance that was developing since May, right? Resistance number 1, resistance number 2, resistance number 3, and now this has become resistance number 4. You just have to zoom out a little bit, and then you're going to get the whole point. For some reason, this can also be something like this as well. A lot of people are going to say that, oh, Ethereum is actually like this, maybe, but to me it is more like this, and I think that Ethereum is more interested to go all the way to the downside to maybe 2548. Now here's the thing, maybe from 2548 we can expect Ethereum to bounce off here and start to move to maybe $4,000. Now that's a little bit surprising, isn't it? So let's see, where did that came from? Where does the $4,000 came from? Now if we take a resistance, to me personally, I think that the support is, I'm going to tell you one thing. The support does look like this, which is not really wrong, honestly, but to me it also looks like this, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I've been looking at this coin for a long time, I noticed that the resistance is more like a little bit declining more than straight. And the reason why it's more declining like this is, look at it for yourself. You have a resistance move down, resistance here, move down, and I'm going to zoom in on this particular resistance. Let's actually take the zoom and it'll zoom in there. So again, look at this resistance line, and then you came up to that resistance, got rejected, another resistance got rejected, a fake out, and then moved down, another huge fake out, and then a move down, right? Look at yourself how beautifully this is respecting that trend line. Fake outs here, rejection here, rejection here, rejection here, and then finally a break. All right, so this break to me is going to be a retest right now. So if you do come down, I do expect Ethereum at least to come down to maybe that 2575, and then it's going to retest. It does look like a 13%, which is a huge retracement, but to me it's a retest. And then the fun part actually comes in, because this is a whole pattern. You can see that that's a whole pattern right there on the daily, right? And this is just a break with the retest coming up. So it is just as simple as that. Just a break that happened, coming down for the retest, and then that retest can cause Ethereum to start to fly. And then from here, you could actually see Ethereum going all the way to maybe 49.9%. Now there could be even these chances that Ethereum moves up to that particular target, which is actually maybe even 31%. But right now Ethereum is really exhausted, and you can see it's really high right now, and there's a huge bearish divergence. So what are the odds that Ethereum is going to go on and continue up when you have this bearish divergence, of course? So the odds are very few, and especially you're really overbought right now on the RSI. It's even on the 4-hour time frame, you're really overblown off the roof. So now you have created a pattern, and this pattern is consolidating a little bit, and there's a break coming up. You can see if we take the that resistance over there, we consider this resistance here, and then we consider the lower support just like that. There's almost like this sideways movement, and I think you're going to actually break very, very soon, and you're actually going to break until 13 July 5 o'clock, so basically 24 hours from now. So within 24 hours, if you break down, then you're looking for a move down to 28.39, and if you do break up, of course, it's a very small move back up to maybe 30.36. Now, last thing here with Ethereum that is important to tell you is going to be on the 4-hour time frame, and there is a behavior that you have to be aware of. Now let's bring in back this trend line one more time, and let's drop the trend line again. So if you notice here, this was the first move down, and that was a 13%. The second time you got rejected again, that was like a 14%. The third time you got rejected, it was like almost 13 to 14%. So 3 times on average you have retraced almost 14% the 3 times you got rejected. And this one, how many days did this take? This was from 14 May all the way to 19 May. That is 5 days. This was from 29 May all the way to 6th of June, and that is almost how many days? Almost 10 days, I guess. And then this one from 12th of June all the way down to maybe 13th of June. This actually took like a day. So we're looking for anywhere between 5 to 9 more days from here. So basically within the next 5 to 9 days on average, we should be looking at Ethereum. If it does actually get the rejection here, then within 5 to 9 days we should actually get that 14%, and 14% is going to be a retest of this zone, broken zone that I showed you on the daily. So that's all for the video, and if you like and enjoyed the Ethereum update, try to make this video to reach 50 likes, because I think a lot of people are going to actually find this video very, very useful. The TA today's I'm pretty sure I've actually cooked the TA with Ethereum on this one. So that's all for the video, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Love.